Good morning, guys. Make sure all my stuff's working correctly. We got like a pivot sitting up there. I don't know if we get above that pivot and do a little retest this morning. Might be a good entry for long. Just want to make sure volume's working. Yeah. All right, we should be good to go, guys. Let's see. So pretty good rejection off the 25,000, which is pretty normal. That's why a lot of times we usually look for like 10, 15 points off this opening 25K. We're just kind of staying inside the range from last night. All right, let's see what kind of news we have today. We did have CPI numbers this morning, so I think we're good the rest of the day. You would think the bias would be long because we did not run that data wick. We ran the data wick to the bottom, but we haven't ran it to the top. So could possibly get in the push up this morning. Oil. Yeah. All right. All right. Hopefully everyone had a good evening. We had a fairly decent, good trading session last night. We took a really good trade off the gold trade last night. Gold, it seems like that's where we made most of our profits. We had one good NASDAQ trade last night also. We're going to flip over to these charts. They're a little bit cleaner. Do away with all that other mess on here. Then once we start trading, we may switch back over. So, oh. The only thing that's going to suck this morning, I don't think the 15 minutes is going to be in play this morning, just because of the sheer size of it. So right now you're sitting on top of a 70-point 15-minute candle for the opener, and that's if it doesn't push down lower to get any bigger. I don't think it will push down lower. I think it's going to stay within this range here, somewhere between the 50s and the 25Ks. Like I said, I do like the moves to the top side. That's kind of what I'm looking for this morning. So, and that's only because of that data wick sitting up there. The one thing that I wish we did this morning when we were pushing down is we ran that 4-hour candle. So right now we're kind of in the middle of that 4-hour candle from the 2 to 6 o'clock candle. All right. Nah. Oh, shoot. Okay. For some reason I made my chat disappear. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Fish Lips. What are you liking this morning, Fish Lips? I kind of like the move to the upside starting out to see if we can, see if we could get through the, I think it'll be safer if I wait for us to push above the pivot and do like a little retest. I just don't know if we're just going to get that blast and blast that pivot and blast up there to the 4-hour previous high. And that data wick that's sitting up there at 2560s. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that upper sweep. Christian, what account did you blow? Your elusive account or what account did you blow? Did you blow it on CPI numbers? Dude, those news plays, ever since that last one. Oh, you hit 15. Now, did you try were you doing the all in on the elusive or something? Is that how you blew it? I've noticed the last time that I tried. Oh, you got the top tick for my stop loss. I have noticed something from watching these news plays the last couple seconds. The delays have been insane. So I tried a news play with the NVIDIA numbers a while back. And ever since whatever was going on with that, I'm just not going to do the news plays no more. And it did the same thing this morning. I was sitting here watching it, and it's like the news came out, and it sat there for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. It wicked down so fast that you didn't even see it wick down. Like it was like popped in, popped out, then straight up. Like it was a really weird the way it looked. So I don't know. It just does not look right whenever watching the news drop. So we're just kind of staying away from the news plays. Don't feel bad. I blew my elusive funded the other day too, Christian. I had a little bit of a tilt after the stream one day trying to revenge trade. And revenge trading never does do any good. Oh yeah, 130 point candle and a 15-second candle was so dirty. Yeah, it was a dirty Fish Lips. It was a very dirty looking candle. I had no idea, I wasn't going to try it, but just sitting here watching it, it's like it appeared out of nowhere, then back up. Like it didn't even show the move to the downside. It was just like a delay. So I'm just going to try to just stick to more consistent stuff on my fundeds where I'm just trading 3 micros, 4 micros, depending on the size of the account. you did the same, Blue the Elusive. Yeah, I was so annoyed when it happened, man. I was like, man, come on. But we still don't do anything stupid with the Bulenox fish slips. We still need $800 for $2,000 in payout. So we're going to stay on that same track. We're not going to change. We're no revenge trading, no over leveraging, none of those bad habits that I do sometimes. So we're going to stick to those strict like parameters on those fundeds. Yeah, I got another elusive. I just hadn't really started trading it yet. I'm still trading my Apex accounts, but I don't really talk much about them no more since they did away with my affiliate. I'm still about $700 away from reaching payout on Apex. So that was actually one of my good trades yesterday. That was that one. I didn't really say what account I was trading, but that's the one I took like a 75-point winner yesterday. Yeah, every day is almost a learning. Sometimes it's really not even the trading that messes up your account, Christian. It's just bad habits. That's usually what gets me. It's not even my trades. It's just, trading when I shouldn't be trading most of the time when I get myself in trouble. Or over leveraging. Over leveraging and probably trading when I shouldn't be trading. So, guys, this 15 minutes is going to probably be a no-go this morning. So, what is that, 35? So, you're looking at almost a 40-point stop loss on the 15-minute candle this morning. So, yesterday this thing went straight up, so don't know. Let me find Methodical Man here to listen to. At least the market's not too messed up too bad. Yeah, that's what happened to me a few weeks ago, fish slips. That PA volatility scaling, yeah. They took like $700 away from out of my fundeds on one day. I'm just trying to stick mostly to prop firms where I don't have to like keep up with a bunch of rules. That's probably one of my favorite things about trading Bulenox. I don't have to worry about all those freaking, did I break this rule or that rule or did I do that? So at least with Bulenox, I know I'm going to probably get paid if I get a payout. Only thing I got to worry about is the consistency rule, in which that's never an issue for me because I never go for, $1,000 trade because I'm not leveraged in high enough to get that on a funded. All right, still got about 9 minutes left, guys. Let's see. We have the previous day closed above the 08s here. I don't know if it would be safer this morning to wait for us to kind of sweep the top, then come back and retest the 25,000s for a entry. That's the kind of entry I would like to get this morning if we can. I really don't want to take the breakout into the pivot, and I don't know. Every day's different, guys. Every day's different. You know, it's never the same. But we definitely can't play off the 15 minutes this morning just because of the size of the gap. So like I said, you have almost a 70-point 15-minute candle. So that means you would have to have a 35-point stop loss. So the stop loss is going to be way too big this morning. So the 15 minutes is out of the question for me today. Did anybody else do a little full porting on CPI numbers this morning? Making sure all my stuff is correct. 24,892 equal lows from yesterday. Okay. Suspect, did you not notice the delay that there was this morning? I've been noticing that the last couple times on news. There's a weird delay. It's not instant. It's like the candle appeared to the downside and you didn't even see it. It appeared, then went straight up. Like, it was really weird. Yeah. It was unnatural type of news candle. Ever since that NVIDIA numbers that I tried to do a little full porting on a while back, I decided not to even mess with those news candles. I'll watch them, but I'm not going to be full porting them no more. So the Epstein did it. Yeah, he's sitting in a magic room pushing a button. Screw these guys. Woo. That's pretty good. Oh, my goodness. We don't need our play to be playing out 5 minutes before the market opens. Dude, 12 seconds right above the pivot. I would have loved for this to happen during the opening. Not here pre-market. Come on. There's just no way. There's no way I can do that. Oh my goodness, that's so dirty. Very, very tricky opening this morning, guys. I was really hoping that we would get more of this trade here at the opening where we close above our pivot here, then continue up to the 60s for the Now, if this can push back up, maybe if we can get like a nicer move back down right below the pivot, then come back through, then maybe we can look for entry. But as right now, that's pretty tough. Pretty tough. Tough. This is a trade I would take all day during regular New York session. Like push above my pivot, a wick into the pivot. I would take that for 10 points in a runner all day. Like anytime I get that option to take that setup, I'm taking it. Then just have my runner sitting right below the pivot. I'm assuming what's going to happen, we're probably going to pull back, either dip right back to the 25,000s and probably blast up here to this liquidity sweep of the news candle up there at the 60s. I'm going to set my order up there just in case we do get the pullback. If it goes straight up, guys, there's just nothing I can do. We'll just close our order and just have to wait for another setup. Got less than 1 minute to go. Yeah, I know. It's already doing that crap before we even open, man. I hate that it's doing it so early. Oh, you've been taking the inversion fair value gaps? Dude, I swear, it's almost like you need a different trading setup for every quarter. Suspect, I swear. Every quarter. Or you almost need a different trading strategy for every quarter. All right, so hopefully I got this far enough here. We would have to have some kind of pullback to take this, guys. Damn it. Straight up. I mainly trade support and resistance like pivots and higher time frames. Is that kind of like taking the same trades as dodgy, those inversion or failed inversion gaps? I've dabbled in those inversion gaps, but never enough to really like consistently trade those. That was the entry right there. That sucks that we weren't able to grab that. Like I said, we pretty much got the push pre-market, so it'd have been too tough. Yeah, see, I haven't traded those in failed inversion fair, man. Like I said, I did them very, very briefly, but I know Methodical Man still takes them. This thing's just straight up. I'm looking for us to hit 120 and reject here. I want to take it, but I don't want to do it on my copy trader count. Yeah, that sucks whenever you're trading something and it's going really well for a while, then all of a sudden it's not working. That's definitely very, very frustrating. I'm going to wait and see what happens with the midnight candle and see if we can get the push up to the midnight candle around that 125. I don't think we're going to do the copy trade with our accounts that I wanted to trade. I'm not sure if we'll get a trade with that account today. A lot of consolidation up there around the 20s. Might pull back and get a retest of the 4-hour candle at the 50. No. Mm. I wouldn't even mind seeing a retest of the 4-hour candle. And that would be like a retest of the data wick also. I think it's going to struggle to get through the 110s up there. So I'm expecting like a nice pullback between the 110s and the 20 here. I think I heard Methodical Man said that ES hasn't taken out the data high. What's up, Bank? How are you doing today? Might get stopped here at the 110. So let's see if we can. I'm looking for a test of that 120 or even a wick above it, but it looks like it hit the 10. There's a lot of candles sitting there at the 10. Either we need to print above 20 or wick up into 20 with a decent pullback. And this is also your Asia high sitting up here too at the 125s. So we're just kind of waiting to see if we're going to blast this or not. Yeah, we got about 40 seconds left on this candle. A lot of consolidation up there around the 10. That was 15. 5 seconds left. I'm going to get up there. No, it can't do it. Come on. What it is, I plan on dropping my order behind the trade. I'm just waiting to see what happens with the 20 level. A lot of consolidation right here around the 110s. And we're just stuck. For longs, we would need to print above the 120 for myself. Then we could target the 160s. 160s would be the target up if we print above the 120s. If we can't print above the 120s, I'd look for something back to 75 or even the 50s. Yeah, I kind of want to see it wick below it. We're going to miss our target. We might not even... If this thing ends up already selling back down to the 50s, then that's kind of our short trade. What it is, we're trading off the midnight opening candle. So that's what that gold dotted line is. It missed hitting the 20 by a few points. God, man. Come on. Didn't get the wick through like we were hoping for, man. We wanted to wick through the 20s before it started pulling back. Once it wicked through the 20s, I wanted to get short and see if we take it back down to the 75s. Man. And it's very dangerous to do it on the second run. So second run is very, very iffy. It looks like we hit about the 18. Oh, come on. What did we hit? Oh, actually, it was 15. It wasn't even 18. Actually, we're about 5 points away. There's your short back to the downside that we were trying to get in there on that one, but we just didn't get the push above the 20. Like I said, I'm not sure about the second push. The second push can be very iffy. So this was the short that we were trying to get in. This happens a lot, guys. This thing, mark out your midnight candle. Every single night, dude, the midnight candle gives really nice reaction. So I don't know if we bounced off the 4-hour candle. So that was like a 4-hour candle bounce. To me, the safer trade here would probably be the one that we print above the 20 level here. And run up to what, 160 would be our next target to the top side. Yeah, if you go to TradingView and just put on your midnight candle, guys, if you're just looking for like another support and resistant type level. Just kind of have to be patient, wait and see what happens here. I don't think I'm gonna try the second time though, because a lot of times whenever you're trading these support areas, the second time always gets very risky. So I just don't feel like the win percentage is there. Like if we were able to get that first pullback off the 20 there. So I almost wanted to push above the 20 here and close. Just trying to be patient here, guys. No hurries, no hurries. We're probably definitely not going to get our copy trade this morning. We could get a nice little pivot test here at the 10s, 18s, or even that 25 bounce. Looks like a nice target. We got a possible nice little bull flag setting up here too. So. Is there anybody in a position at the moment? Are you? All right, 5 seconds left on this candle. I would like the long a lot better off the 20s and the 10 than. So 18's the point of control. Here's the 25. You got to have this area to hold if the bulls want to stay in control here. We hit that right on the nail head there. What a nice bounce off of the pivot there. What's up, Solo? Fish Lips, did you get long from 25? MNQ. I wish I got in a little sooner, but it is what it is. And if it pulls back, we may even try to re-enter if it stops out my runner. So my runner got stopped out. We got the quick 10, 15 points, but the runner got stopped out. We're about to print this third 5-minute candle. Hopefully it kind of stays red, and this next candle will give us a push that we can push back up here to take out that 160. I think that 160 is the target to the upside. Start. I'm not sure what you're asking me. What time do we start trading this morning? Let me make sure I'm on the right account. Yeah. time is it here? Someone says Trump speaking. Is Trump speaking? If so, that's not good. We're targeting longs at the moment until we run that pivot up here at 160. Dude, we just missed a freaking target by like points. There it goes. All right, we got our runner left. The better entry would have been your yellow line pivot down there. If we can break the 80s, you should get a quick push. There comes the push above 80s. Boom. Look at the 80 explosion. Nice. All right. Now, if we get through the 20, we should make it to the 60. Yeah, we've been long for quite a bit, Christian. The actual long entry was down there at that retest of the pivot. Be careful. Be careful longing into the 20. Oh, there's that area again, guys. Got to get through the 20s. If we can't get through the 20s, it's coming all the way back down. That's why I said, please do not long into that 20 level. You almost need to see a print above 20. All right, there we go. Woo. So we finally blasted at 20. All right, nice. Look for 60 rejection. Nice. Oh, it exploded to 160. Holy crap, man. That's insane. Ah. No, the pivot was the key there. That retest of the pivot, man. You got to love the pivots, guys. You got to love the pivots. We talk about them every day. Nice. Look at this retest of this pivot right here to the tick. I mean, right on the tick. And we're already up, 140 points off that level. All right, there comes the... So we're pulling back below that one pivot that we were talking about at the 60s. Nice. So we made $300 on a funded account there. Weird. That was a funded trade for me. Did you end up hopping in that one, Christian? So you could have looked at multiple things here. We had the they just send you a bill in the online on your screen. It'll send an invoice. Look at that 160 rejection off of that next pivot up, guys. That's... Yeah, right below your orders, it should say invoice. Now with Bulenox, I never get anything over a 25 or 50K. So the other larger accounts are a little too pricey for me. All right, guys, not really anything to do here, but kind of sit on our hands and wait. There's that 20 retest. Look at that nice midnight candle there. That was a nice little candle where it wigged into that midnight candle. Did you pass a Bulenox account, Michael? Nice. Like I said, guys, not anything to do here, but just kind of sit on our hands. I took the same. Did you take it off the pivot, USA? That was the entry there, guys. I was actually in that a little late. I just wasn't sure this morning, but that pivot retest there was definitely the play. Sometimes I almost feel like I just need to start risking a little bit and just take those pivot bounces, especially on those retests like that. My pivots are the gold line. I use Fibonacci pivots my way on TradingView. Dude, most people that here, man, they pay like almost every day. Every day you get a nice trade off the pivot. The pivot retest. I like to take them two different ways. This way where my 5-minute candle's just barely poking above it and you get a wick into the pivot. But this was at opening, so I didn't take it. But then the retest happened. That's when I was like, okay, we're going to be long all the way on the retest. And we hit that other pivot up there at the 60. I don't really have the exact entry. So we just look for support and resistance off those levels. And then I just go in based off the reaction of the candle. So if it looks like there's going to be a lot of like just quick reaction, like a breakout reaction, I'm going to take the trade. I don't really have a say, I'm going to enter on, say, the 40, the 50, or what, it's just based off on reaction, whatever the charts are doing. So the two things that I liked about this setup, we hit off the 25, we hit off the whole number, we had consolidation to the left. So you had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You had about 10 candles here. It's the just the pivot indicator on TradingView. It's just changed the settings to Fibonacci. Is all. I mean, we've been just taking. No, Fibonacci. You would have to change your settings to Fib. Standard pivots are a little bit different. Too bad I couldn't get this with my main funded account this morning, but that's okay. We'll take it on this one. We haven't really had a lot of trades on this funded account. It's been kind of just sitting in the sidelines. Let me just bring it over real quick. So this is what my pivots look like. So here's the retest of the pivot here. So we pushed above it. Didn't quite get up to our next pivot. That's that one I said, watch out for rejection up there around the 160s. This is why we're saying watch out for the rejection up there. And dude, it pulled back 100 points off of that pivot up there. But just go to settings and just put in tight Fibonacci. That's all. If it's just something that you're interested in using. I'm also a fan of the midnight candle. If you go back and look at your midnight candle, almost every day we retrace that midnight candle. Let me find it for you. So here's the midnight candle here. See how we had that 20 opening right there? So if you look at the midnight candle, it seems like no matter which way we open, we always retrace back to that midnight candle. So if you're like waking up, it's like, man, are we bearish? Are we bullish? We almost, I'm not saying 100%, but probably 80% of the time we retrace that 15-minute candle. So what? This is what, Monday night time let's see. All right, so this is the opening. This is where we'd opened that Monday morning. Back to the midnight candle, then back up. Same here. Midnight candle, pushed all the way back down. Back to the midnight candle. It's almost like, so this was one day it did not push back to the midnight candle, and that was that was the Sunday midnight candle. All right, so this one would have been last Wednesday. It almost opened at the midnight candle. But we ended up. So usually that's what I look for in the morning when we're pushing back up towards the midnight candle or midnight opening. But I want to say it at least does it 3 to 4 times a week. And usually you can almost take a nice trade off of that midnight candle. So this big gold line that you see, that was the midnight candle. We just didn't get the wick through like I wanted to see. We just pretty much wick right there at it, then pull back 100 points off that midnight candle. Or midnight opening. I don't know why I'm calling it candle, but opening. So you missed the pivot retest this morning, Nick? Because I know you've been watching the pivots too a lot lately. Or at least the pivot Fibonacci. Dude, it just popped off what? 140 points off that pivot down there, Nick. Beautiful retest, Nick. Look, we pushed above it. This was the opening here. Then right before the 10 o'clock hour, we pushed back to retest the pivot. Then went up 120 points. All right, so now since we've already taken our one funded trade, we're probably just going to be looking for eval trades. That's probably what I'm going to be trading probably the rest of the day too, Nick. It's just an eval. So I didn't get a chance to trade my main two fundeds that we've been trying to get back to payout. Since we missed the opener this morning, because we already pushed up so much that it was really hard to grab the opening this morning. So all we can do is sit there and watch. So we're still $800 away from $2,000 in payouts, and we just $700 from another account. And this trade that we took on here was really the first time I've ever traded this funded account. It was a brand new funded, not brand new. I've had it for a minute. How many Navy accounts? Is that what you're at? Like, what? Are those supposed to be funded accounts? Oh, let's see. 5. We still got 7. I did have 8 until we lost that Lucid funded the other day by revenge trading. I don't know why I did that. I was so annoyed. I have 3 that are about $800 away from payouts. And 2 of those are with Bulinox and one's with Apex. Those Bulinox accounts, that's usually what you see me trading the very first trade. Those are the ones that I've been copy trading. Those are the ones I got annoyed yesterday when my copy trader messed up and I lost half my profit. If you go back and look at my first opening trade yesterday, I took 30 points, but I only got half of my profit. So instead of getting the 120, I only got 60 and 80. So I lost half of my profit on that 30-point trade yesterday in the opening. And that's the first time that's ever really happened. I really haven't had many copier traders because I don't use it across multiple platforms. If I'm going to use a copy trader, it has to be on Ripnik and, not trading with Ripnik because I feel like that's just an accident waiting to happen. So we just do our 2 Bulinox accounts that we are about the same. One's a 50K and one's a 25. So one account's got 26,800. The other account's got 52,800. And that's these 2 here. So we got 52,827, and you have to get the 3,600 and 27,600. So like I said, they're both about $800 away. I'm hoping by the end of the month, because I need like 7 or 8 winning trading days to get those to pay out. What about no English? No, does it not have subtitles? So I did start a new 50K eval last night to trade gold. So I did 1 gold trade last night. It's almost scary because I was doing 1 gold mini looking for 5 points. Woo! I was sweating. I was over here going, good thing this is a 90% account. I also want to try to trade Bitcoin. I was going to start using this one prop firm called Trader Launch that allows you to trade Bitcoin. But I don't really know when the best time to trade Bitcoin is. Is it only in the morning like this? Is this when Bitcoin has its movement, or has it got decent movement all day? I've never really watched any kind of like Bitcoin future trading. So very, very, very rookie at that, the Bitcoin, but it's something I want to try. Oh, goodness. Like I said, there's not really anything for us to do here, man. Just kind of just sit here. Sit on our hands. I don't know if it'll let me copy paste and convert that to. Maybe. Let me try it. All right. I'm going to see if I can convert that to English. Okay, you're saying I want to understand, but I don't know English. See, I didn't even know what that said. Okay. Oh, nice. So that's French. French. Yeah, French. Wow, nice sell off here. Let's see what happens here. This is where the bulls need to hold if we're going to continue higher, guys. Was it methodical man in long over there? I can't tell. All right, just broke that pivot. Probably going to get stopped here at the 26,086. I mean, 986. I don't know why I said 26,000, but. So that would have been 25, back up to 25K bounce, 25,000 bounce. Watch out for 986 here for a possible bounce. Or even that 15-minute candle. Wow, that's This could be the bottom here for us to pop back up. Especially if this 50% holds here. Thank you for subscribing. I wish there was a way to add subtitles. So we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with this 15-minute retracement candle. Because a lot of times if you retrace back in this and the 50% holds, a lot of times you'll get a big move back up to the upside. What's up, John Smith? How are you doing today? So is John Smith, are you a real person, or is that like some kind of like spam bot that goes around and puts that stuff in people's lobbies out of curiosity? Are you a real person, John Smith? Yeah, you don't want to get short into that 15-minute candle. $20 seconds left. What's up, man? Solo? You said ban? Boy, look at that 15-minute setup, guys. That was a nice setup. I didn't take it, but I sat there and watched it happen. We're mainly just doing nothing but support and resistant type entries. I can't move my stop. Okay. Runner may get stopped out here. All right, runner got stopped out. We're switching over to eval, guys. So we're going to be a little bit more aggressive. As long as this low of this candle doesn't break, I still like the longs. And we're just looking for 10 points and runners on our entries. The bulls have got to hold this wick here. Really don't want to see us push back below the 80s here. Ah, come on. So close. Let's see. Guys, sorry if I don't see a message quite yet. I'll go back and look at my chat in a minute. I'm not really sure why my internet would be slow. I'm not having any issues on my side solo. Because I have a gigablast internet. Oh, you're getting cooked in the New York session? I'm on just through trading 3 micros, looking for 10 points and runners at the moment, risking $120 max on my entries. So we're keeping our stuff fairly small if we do take losses. We haven't really taken a loss yet because we've hit our first 10 points fairly quick. It's our runners have gotten stopped out a time or two. Well, man, about to have a brand new candle. Dude, that's for shorts, you need to see this 110 area to hold up. If we're going to keep pushing down, that 110 needs to hold. Did you over leverage today, server report? Bad day for you? Oh, methodical man said he always over leverage. No over leveraging. I try my best not to do the over leveraging. Most of my trades I enter in are like usually between 3 to 5 micros, because anytime I try to over leverage, I get myself in trouble and I end up blowing my account. Kind of like I did the other day. Nice 110 on the 2 mics. We made 300. Ooh. This thing just. We got a minute left on this next candle, so. What where were you long or short at? Oh, you were long at 25,000? Or were you short? Oh, the 930 candle. Mm. So that was the opening candle then? That's the opening for you, right? Or is that 10:30 Eastern time? Mm. Were those evals, Nick, or fun? I guess if you're using elusive, I guess it's all the same. Whew. You must have been in like a whole mini or something, or 2 minis. Is that how many contracts you were in? 1 or 2 minis? I know you said you like to do the over leverage thing. Two minis. Ooh. Yeah, 2 minis at what, 40 points? I mean, what is that? That's $1,600. I would have even. The worst is when it stops you out, then it goes back to your target. So you said you longed the 25,000s on that pullback to the 25,000? Okay. Not really sure here. It's like I want to continue taking along, but man. I know as soon as I try to go long here, this thing's just going to yank back hard. We got like a minute, 30 seconds left in this candle. So we just popped that previous candle. So you would think that we want to move higher here. Remember, guys, we're switching over to evals only. We're just going to be trading 3 to 4 micros, looking for 10 points and runners. Yeah, I know that crap's already up 50 points, man. Trust me, that happens to me too, man. I hate when that happens. When you know you're on the right side, but I know that's the downside of over leveraging sometimes. It doesn't allow you to be right because when I over leverage, that's what happens to me. I try so hard not to over leverage because I know it gets me in trouble. Yeah, no room for error. That's the only thing that sucks about the over leveraging part. And I used to do the same thing a lot, and I know when a while back, but I try so hard not to do it. Ooh. I thought we are gonna have better follow through here, but man, we just froze up here. Still just going to be patient and wait. Like I said, this price action is very choppy at the moment. You had 30-day winning streak. Oh, goodness. Dude, that is I can see why you're over leveraged if you got that kind of win streak. That's really good, Nick. 30 days of winning. Man, I've never had that kind of winning streak. Oh, just on that one account? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not even sure what what win streak I would have had. I know I've taken losses on all my funded accounts at least a couple times. But like I said, they've been relatively small losses. I try not to risk more than $120 per trade, at least on the accounts that I've been trying to protect. I'm not saying I haven't done that with my recent. Man, it's like I want to get long, but every time I see thinking about getting long, it yanks back 20 points. It's so trappy right now. You had your chance to take your $200 loser. You know what? I have found it easier, man. I'd almost to the point where sometimes I'd rather take my loser because you guys will see me take losers all the time. But I'd rather just take my loser and try to save it for the next round. Where I get myself in trouble is whenever I take too big of a loser and I try to win it back. And that's where I always get myself in trouble. That's how I got myself in trouble with my elusive count the other day. Whenever I took that big loss, I tried to get it back and it cost me. And I'm pretty sure that's what happens with most people. You take a loss like $400 or $500 and you're like, let me put on two micro or two minis or something and try to get it back in like 10 points. And it goes against you. The next thing you know, you have no account. That's some crap that, will get me most of the time. Dude, I want to take the long, but man, it's just jerking us. It's just jerking us around here. I don't want to get put in no kind of drawdown. No follow through at all, guys. This thing is just going up 60, coming back 20, going up 20, coming back 20. No follow through. That's a 3 candle. Is this a 3 candle short? Mm. You had some meetings. You haven't missed too much, fish lips. Right now, we're just kind of just grinding higher and higher. Ooh, you're up $1,700 on levels today, fish lips. Man, nice. There's just not anything we can do right here, guys. Just kind of for myself, I have to just sit on my hands and wait a few more minutes. We're just not getting the follow through. Everything's just popping up 10 points, then pulling back 10, 15 points. And I try to make most of my profit off my runners. So that doesn't work for me very well. I mean, you could probably get your 10 points if you're just scalping 10 points. So, excuse me. Solo, how's your trading been going today? The Bears and Bulls are just battling. Is there anybody in the position right now? Is anybody long or short? Or maybe what are you looking for? Are you looking for to run the highs? Or are you looking for us to go back down? I was that long at 33. Did you already at least take your partial profit or anything? Guys, this is usually a setup that I usually wait for, but we already taken a funded trade, so I didn't take it. So what it is, you're looking for a retest of that 8 o'clock to 8 or 9 o'clock to 9:15 candle retest. And this was the retest here. It was beautiful. I mean, I saw it setting up, but all we did was just sit there and watched it because I don't know. If you pull fib, this was probably right into your golden pocket too. Yep, 78%. I'm going to sit on my hands for a moment. I'm not really a big fan of this price action. It's just chopping back and forth like 20, 25 points. And I don't feel like getting caught in a trade. I like it when it's very volatile. We got momentum and you hit your 10, 15 points real quick. This is the VWAP here. Ooh, you were up 900 and ended up blowing. No need to be a hero. Oh, goodness. That's pretty good. Hope it goes to me ORB highest level. The next 15-minute candle, is that the one that's all the way up there around the, you said the 25 100s? So you're trading the 840 or 930 to 945 ORB? Okay. I like trading the 9 to 915 ORB. That would be this little square that you see right here. If you're looking for the A setup on that, this is what you look for right here. So basically what you want to do is pull your fib and look for the 50 to 70% pullback as long as it's inside this. and you're supposed to get long as soon as it breaks back out of the 15 minutes. I really haven't seen a clean setup like this in a while because it's the price action has just been straight garbage the last couple weeks. So I really haven't been seeing this setup for a few weeks, but today is probably the cleanest that I've seen it look in a while. This is something I used to take on my funded accounts a lot. But I've gotten away from it the last few weeks because it really hasn't been showing its face. It's been so choppy in the morning. Goodness. Where are you still holding on to your long? Nice. Yeah, that sucks, Nick, that man, we're up 80 points off of your freaking 25K long. Dude, that is like the worst. There's nothing worse than being right, but just getting smashed. I can't tell you how many times that has happened to me, man. It has happened to me so many times. It just ruins your whole trading day. Nice on the long. So my way, you were still you were holding shorts. Oh goodness. Oh, you were looking at the 15-minute time frame. The 15-minute candle looked bearish. Oh, wait, where? You're the long. I'm sorry. You're the long. That's my way. Said he was in short. I wouldn't mind seeing these 75 pull back to the 50 here. Be careful longing into the 120s. There's been a lot of resistance up here around the 20s. So here's your first 90 push. So what you want to see here is you're kind of hoping that once it hit up in the 80s and 90s that you get a little push back to the 70s or the 60s. There's your push back to the 70s. Oh, that thing. 75 may be my line in the sand. Or we may even go with 50 and add in. Dude, this thing reversed so hard, man. Oh, that was dirty. Dude, as soon as I entered on that second push, I think just the bottom fell out. I got within like 2 points of my take profit. Oh shit, we're going to get stopped out on this one, guys. Dude, we just got wrecked. If we lose this one, we'll be down 100, 120. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the stop loss. I can't. That'll put us about 150 in the red. Oh, that was dirty. Dude, I should have pulled fib and see where that was at. Whew. Yeah, you got to be careful longing up there in the. Remember, I'm doing a 90% off eval, guys. We're strictly evals. Please don't trade no expensive funded accounts, following my eval trades. All right, we got half of our profit back. $61's kind of the line in the sand here. If I'm watching my Rico candles. Runner's about to get stopped. It looks like our runner's about to get stopped out here. All right, runner got stopped. Like I said, guys, we're gonna trade our eval here a little aggressively. So right now we're still 120 in the red. So we're up what is that? 437 or 38. So don't recommend following any of these trades, because these are eval trades only. We already kind of created a lower swing on the Rico candles, so this is usually a probably indicator that we may be moving back down to the downside. Yeah. We're probably overall in the red last year. We've only been trading for about 2.5 years, 2 years. I couldn't give you no exact number. Yeah, Nick, please don't follow these Bulinox trades with your elusive account. Remember, these Bulinox accounts only cost about $15 to $18. There, I cannot believe we didn't get another push up there to like the 110s, 120. What time is it? Let's see. 10, 10, 11, 11, 20. Right now we're kind of showing short. Let's see. Dude, we just sold down what, 90 points? Previous day close. Methodical man long? He's holding longs. Don't hold the longs, methodical man. Just take the loss. Ugh. He said he never gives up. Whatever, I'll take. Damn it. Wow, that was I did not expect us to break that fast. Damn it. Man, this thing's just ripping people on both sides. I'm hoping the 90s holds and we push back down. That's back into that 21 EMA. A little bit deeper pullback than we really wanted to see here. Got 30 seconds left on this candle. Wow, what a nasty, nasty wick, dude. That was like a 40-point wick. Sorry if I didn't see your message, Fish Lips. All right, we got the runner left in here. We hit the first 10 points. We just got to see if we can get anything off the runner. There's your 50 bounce. If we lose that original 15-minute candle to have marked, it should go. All right, that was the 50. I'm anticipating something back to the 75. The IBI retest. We were trying to add in. Couldn't get my stuff at there in time. Long as 95 holds, you should be good. You gotta hold. You gotta have 95 hold. Damn it! I hit the wrong freaking button. $95 is the line in the sand to the top side. So if it loses the 95, we'll close our trade. Should have fallen hard. I know. Trust me, fish lips. I thought we were going to get at least a push down to the 25. Remember, guys, we're in with micros. No minis. No minis. At least not for me. And we're on a 90% Bulenox account. What's up, man? Oh, dude, we got within like points. All right. All right, now we're just in it for 1 micro. I don't know if we can add in here to try to get a better average. So remember 92, that 90 area is my line in the sand. If I feel like we're going to lose those 92s, we're probably going to close our trade. Or even this pivot sitting here. Now, this is just 1 micro, guys. 1 micro. Like I said, 1 micro. If we can find a place to enter in or re-add to our position, we will. Maybe if we retest that pivot. Damn it. Above 10, it's probably going to continue higher because you don't really want it back above the pivot. Ah, shit. We got like half our profit back. Now we're back down to 150 in the red. Come on, pivot. Yeah, well, that's why I try to let you guys know what I'm trading. This is just 2 micros. We're just in 2 micros. We're on a 90% eval. So I don't want nobody to like try to follow these on their expensive stuff. If you're using expensive evals, don't follow these cheap evals because I am a little aggressive on them because I've been trying to pass them. You got to treat them expensive evals like funded accounts. Got an opportunity to get out of this for break even, but oh, nice on the pass. $25 flex. Nice. Yeah, I blew my funded account the other day on elusive by over leveraging. I revenge traded it. We went in revenge trade mode. Dude, if this thing can create a order block right here, that would be that would be definitely a nice short here. If we can get this to push down and print. No. So we're in 2 micros at the moment. We're still in the red right now. If we closed out from that loss that we took a while ago, we'd be down $40 if we closed it here. So that should almost put us back to break even if we can hit that 50 here. Ooh, $8. I know, that's what I'm wondering if this OB crates, man. I almost do I want to hop in deeper solo? It's almost like, man, I just want to add 10 more contracts. Woo! Come on. Get back in there. All right, we're back in the green after being down a little bit. That's the power of the micros, guys. Just gotta. It's easy to get back in there with the micros if you don't over leverage. Woo. That way you don't have to worry about getting effed over by your mistakes. Hold. Come on. I know, it's like, come on, we got the order block. Let's keep dumping. Go to that next pivot down at 465, 865. We're targeting 875. Unfortunately, we had to make up for that $150 of red that we took a while ago. Yeah, that pivot's at 865. Come on, Papa. Nice on your 825 hit, Fish Lips. Not on a trade at the moment. All right, this is pretty normal. We're hitting the lower 24,900s. Don't really want to see it back above the 50. 50 is where I'm like, okay, please don't get back above the 50. You want to see it hit, either that or this 15-minute candle needs to hold. I'm sorry. You're saying what instrument? M&Q. I'm sorry. M&Q, micros of the NASDAQ. Most of the accounts that we're trading or yeah, we need the 50 to hold here. We got a lot of wicks right here leading up into the 50s. So really don't want to see us get back through this order block here. So hopefully that's just a retest of the order block for us to continue lower. What? The Bulls? Come on, Bulls. Hmm. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle here. There, the Bulls are just battling back up to the top side. We need this area to hold. We don't need to lose this order block here. Woo, come on. Thought the order block was about to give it up already. $962's holding. Pretty much back inside that 15 minutes. We need to get back below the 15 minutes here at the 40s. This will be my last trade of the day, guys. Unfortunately, I have somewhere to be today. Hmm. Dang, dude. Come on, Bears. Someone beat this thing down with a stick. Beat it. Oh, the ES swept the lows and the NQ did not. Oh, come on, ES. I guess I wasn't watching the ES. Dude, we have battled on both ends today. It seemed like we had the same type price action when we were up there above the other side. And it's the same thing here. I mean, it's just been nonstop battling. Yeah, we're in profit with like 20 points at the moment, Fish Lips. I think 75 may even be my stop loss, where we'll at least take 20 points out of this. And this way, if it does stop us out. All right, we're about to have a new 5-minute candle, less than 1 minute away. Dude, if this thing can print another candle right here and get below, come on. Dude, what a battle between the bears and bulls right now. Ooh. Mm. Mm. Come on. Still. Still getting pretty tight here. Let's see. I gotta keep an eye on time. So what do we got? About 20 more minutes left. I know, man. It's like I thought we had good momentum. Then all of a sudden we just hit the brakes. Like nothing. Like, come on. The brakes. The ES is killing it. Mm-mm-mm. I haven't even looked at my volume chart here. Shoot, that thing's all the way back up at 25,020. Dude. Bouncing between that 21% here. Mm. Man, if I didn't have to take that one bad freaking breakout to the upside, it would have been a really good day. I had to take that one crappy breakout to the upside. I literally felt like I bought the top on that one. So we bought this candle here a while ago after it come back, hit the 75. I thought that second time was going to push through. Man, that thing, it just slammed on the brakes so hard. Then we done sold back down 100 points. It's like, no. Insane. Come on, push. Come on, Bears. I might even look for the 80 target instead. Push. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle here. All right, this one I want to see the quick bottom fall out and just goes down there and takes my take profit at the 80. Would they hit the 10? Oh, good old 10 level. All right, 25 needs to hold, then continue moving down here. Could get another retest of that 15-minute candle at 34 here. Was this the low of this morning? Yeah, it was. May bounce here. This is kind of where we bounced at this morning, guys, in this area right here. So what is these lows? Oh, man. Right below the... Let's see. What do we got over here? Man, a lot of resistance here at the 900s. I wonder what the weather is outside. 60. Come on. We could get a bounce here at the 29,900s, 24,900s to that 890s. There she goes. Oh, don't bounce. We're going to try to take as much profit as we can because I'm not letting this thing come back up. Got a minute left on this 5-minute candle. I mean, I could have took it off there. I mean, shoot, we already hit the, what, 100 points down? I just don't want this crap to bounce, man. There's the 90 push. Might have should have taken the 67 here, which is just normal. You hit the 90, you bounce back up. We talk about this all the time. Nice fish lips. May get my runner right here, guys. We're just right above that 15-minute range up here at 37. So there's the 15-minute candle. All right, runner got stopped. All righty. We were up 100 points, but like I said, we were shooting for those 80s. Didn't quite get there. Ready to scale up. Yeah, it's probably due for a big pullback here. Dude, that was just a lot of resistance. That's what we were talking about, those lows. If you look to the left, there was like tons of lows right there. It was where we've been rejecting the last few times. Alrighty, thank you guys for watching today. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Yeah, Nick, what I try not to do, man, is like over leverage. That way, if I do get myself in trouble, I got room to withstand some drawdown and add into it if you want, how you want to do your risk management. So that's what helps me out the most, is not over leveraging. Anytime I over leverage, man, I get myself in trouble like all the time. And you can always go in heavy once it goes the right way. Think about a while ago when you got long at the 25,000. If you just went in with like 2 micros and it pulled back 40 points, but as soon as it starts going in your right direction, just drop the hammer, man. Just like, drop those 20 micros down or 10 micros or whatever. Yeah, Fish Lips does really well with a few micros. Or what I do sometimes before I do maybe try to up the ante is I try to build a little buffer. All right. Thank you guys for watching today. Everyone have a wonderful trading session for the rest of the day. Remember, anytime that I usually try to trade during the lunch hour, it can be kind of iffy. So be careful trading the lunch hour. Sometimes it can be choppy. Thank you guys. I got to find all my stuff here.